First, the headlines. Defying SOPs in the mass vaccination centers of the locality continue unabated. Lakhipur MLA Kaushik Rai assures helping early solution of the Manipuri problems of Assam. Many children in Assam infected by COVID-19 in the second wave. Mobile insulated vaccination bus service launched at Imphal on June 30 last. Mitei Apunba Khungang Loop condoles the death of its president N. Brajalal Singh. MLA Kaushik Rai has visited Earl Higher Secondary School and assures development of the school. US leaves military-based Bagram of Afghanistan after 20 years of arms conflict with Russia. Local Kargil martyr Nandachan remembered on his 22nd Shahid Divas. APRO head constable Soibam Bradeshwar of Hailakandi is no more in road accident. First drone attack on Indian territory. India apprised the UN General Assembly the possible use of weaponries by drones for terror activities. Tokyo Olympic and football hero Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal. And Meitei traditional indoor game Kang held at Dharmanagar on 27 last. Hello everyone, you are watching Imoinu Live. This is Anjali Wahingbam giving you the bulletin of the week. Before giving you the news in details, Imoinu Live makes an appeal to all the viewers to observe carefully the SOPs given by the administration to contain the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. Let masks be used at all social gatherings. Let social distancing of 6 feet be maintained between 2 persons. Let hands be washed and sanitized frequently. Let all persons above the age of 18 be vaccinated. Now the news in details. The mass vaccination drive announced by the Assam government has successfully started since Monday, June 21, 2021 in different parts of the state. The Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, has taken the initiatives that model vaccination centers have been set up in the state to ensure systematized basic facilities to the citizens. These centers have been prepared to throw light of enjoyable environment to the participated beneficiaries of the state. Unfortunately, the people who come to the vaccination centers are unfailingly defying the SOPs by pushing against each other in the centers. Though the concerning authorities have taken stringent measures to ensure proper implementation of COVID protocols, the atmosphere is not conducive as if there is nothing sort of such COVID complications in this area. The deplorable state of affairs relating to such massive program of the government in this locality covering the village of Binakandi, Singarbon, Labak Dewan, Shribar, Kamranga, Lakhipur, etc. is a matter of serious concern. Meanwhile, there is much talk about of apprehension regarding the third wave of the pandemic in the country, which is presumed to be more dangerous than the second wave. Thus, the local administration needs to expedite the process of bringing the situation under control with a heavy hand and fill them enjoy and mass vaccination facilities. The members of the leading CSOs of Assam, including Assam Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, AMSU, Meirapaibi, etc., called on the newly elected MLA of Lakhipur, Shri Kaushik Rai, at his Fulartol Chingyalikai residence on Sunday, June 27 last. In the 3-hour meeting on behalf of the CSOs, Shri A. Swapan Kumar Singh, retired ACS officer, A. Nandababu Singh and Professor K. N. Chand drew the attention of the MLA regarding the long-pending demands of the Manipuris of Assam like declaration of the Manipuri language as associate official language, Manipuri Autonomous Council, Manipuri candidates to enjoy equal facilities as has been provided to the Assamese, Bodo and Bengalis while appearing at the APSC and other competitive examinations of the state, declaration of 13 August as state holiday, etc. The MLA Sri Rai has paid due attention to these issues and assured the delegation that he will try to help solving the problems by putting up in the forthcoming State Assembly session, which will begin from July 12, 2021. On the other hand, the recently contested independent candidate of Lakipur, Shri L. Thoiba Singh, convened a meeting at Srivar Siptila on June 28 last, in which different organizational representatives of Lakipur and social elites of Silchar took part. As per report of our Imoinu Live media advisor Khaidem Kanta, the meeting discussed various issues of development problems being faced by the Manipuris of Assam in particular and of the locality in general. Around 34,606 children were infected by COVID-19 in the second wave of the pandemic in Assam. This accounts for 12% of the infections. According to Health Minister Keshav Mahanta, the infection in the first wave among children was 8%. In the second wave, a total of 5,755 cases were less than 5 years old and 28,851 were between 6 and less than 18 years. From April 1 till June 26, the state had reported 34 deaths of COVID-19 infected children, many of them having comorbidities pertaining to the hearts and kidneys, particularly among those aged up to 5 years. During the ongoing Assam Community Surveillance Program Phase 3, many children staying with their COVID-positive parents and guardians who have opted for home isolation were subsequently tested positive for the virus. With a view to giving maximum encouragement to the ongoing mass vaccination drive in the entire assembly constituencies of Manipur, Chief Minister Shri N. Biren Singh has announced cash reward of ₹20 lakh for the assembly constituency that comes first to get 100% vaccination target. There are altogether 60 assembly constituencies in Manipur. While announcing the reward at the launch of the mobile insulated vaccination bus donated by Khurai MLA L. Sushindra Singh, the Chief Minister has appealed to the people to get vaccinated as it is the only weapon to fight against COVID. MLA L. Sushindra Singh has also assured that those people who are coming out voluntarily for vaccination will get 5 kg rice, hand sanitizers, masks, etc. and the people can also avail this facility at their homes if there are at least 10 persons to be vaccinated. Rajya Sabha MP Lesem Basana Jauba, State Transport Minister Bangzazin Walte, Kakching MLA M. Rameshwar Singh, among others, attended the function. The Central Committee of Meitei Apunba Khunganglub, a conglomeration of United Manipuri village level committees, has condoled the untimely demise of its president, Shri N. Brajalal Singh, alias Bala, who expired on June 23 last at Silchar. Presided over by Professor K. N. Chan in the condolence meeting held on July 1, 2021 at Jhalupara, Silchar, Professor H. Noni Kumar Singh of Assam University, Bank Manager S. Shubhankar Singh, Secretary of Kachar District Committee of Manipuri Sahitya Parishad, Mutum Gunadan Singh, Advocate Yumnam Jayanta Kumar Singh, among others, attended and highlighted the contributions of late Brajalal Singh in the society. In a statement issued by Shri R. K. Gopalsana, convener of the Khunganglub, Professor K. N. Chan has tearfully lamented over the irreparable loss of such great personality of the area among us. Later, a 1-minute silence was observed as a mark of respect to the departed soul of the President and prayed to the Almighty God for peace in the heavenly abode. The Lakipur MLA Kaushik Rai has paid his August visit to the oldest institution of the Lakipur subdivision, Earl Higher Secondary School, on June 30, 2021. Felicitating the MLA, the President of SMTC of the school, as well as Head, Department of Political Science, Nehru College, Palapul, Dr. Subhajit Chakraborty, sought the attention of the MLA for taking welfare measures so as to keep the emotional integrity and good image of the school alive in this eastern part of the Kachar district of Assam. MLA Sri Rai has interacted with the staff and members of the managing committee and expressed his happiness to oversee the oldest brain center of the locality. He has accordingly assured all possible help to the further growth of the institution in the years coming ahead. Meanwhile, a team of women folk of Palapul led by Shri Bonashri De has met the local MLA Kaushik Rai on June 28 last and lodged strong complaint against unhygienic atmosphere created by heavy dumping of local garbages alongside the culvert towards the Palapul-Labuk Road near Nehru Higher Secondary School. This has affected the regular water supply service in the area. Shri Rai has instructed the PHE department to clear the garbage and do the needful at the earliest possible. The US military will leave the Bagram base, where it is around 1 hour journey from Kabul, the capital city of Afghanistan, after 20 years of its arms conflict with Russia. It is worth mentionable herewith that the erstwhile Soviet Union had made airfield here since 1950, and when the Russia invaded war in 1979, this place of airfield became much important from the security point of view. The battle of conflict continued for 10 years between pro-US and pro-Russia factions in Afghanistan. But Russia left the country in the year 1989. After 3 years, the pro-Moscow party captured power in Afghanistan. Then US-backed militants again took the reins of administration. As a result, a lot of unruly scenes erupted in the country between them, which led to the loss of thousands of civilians. In 1996, the Taliban captured Kabul. Thus, the US lastly came to stay at the Bagram base of Afghanistan to control the militancy activities of the Taliban and other terrorist groups in the country. In what is called the dirtiest intrusive war waged by Pakistan in the year 1999 at Kargil in Jammu and Kashmir of India, Shri I. Nandachan Singh of Shribar Awang Lekai, Kasar paid his supreme sacrifice for the cause of the country on July 2, 1999. Following COVID protocols this year, the local people paid tributes to Shahid Nandachan on his 22nd death anniversary by offering flowers at the Samadhi of the local Kargil hero at Shribar, Awalekai, Lakhipur, Kasar on July 2, 2021. In the most unfortunate road accident occurred on June 29 last, the APRO head Constable Soibam Brajeshwar Singh, aged 26 years, second son of S. Birachandra and S. Usharani Devi of Laihopokpi, Jaribon, Helakandi died in road accident near Silkuri along Silchar-Helakandi road. While going back from Silchar by driving his bike on that fateful day, he met with the accident near Silkuri. Our Imoinu Live Helakandi correspondent T.H. Deepak Sharma has informed that the dead body of Brajeshwar Singh was cremated by performing Hindu ritual ceremony and gun salute of the Assam police personnel at his village. Two explosives crashed into the high-security Indian Air Force station at Jammu Airport in the early hours of Sunday, the 27th June 2021. Two IAF personnel were injured in the explosions that took place around 1:40 am within few minutes of each other. The first blast ripped off the roof of single-story building of the technical area of the airport manned by the IAF in Satwari area of the city. The second was on the ground, the officials said. This is the first ever suspected drone attack in India. The possibility of a terror attack has not been ruled out. Sunday's attack at the Jammu IAF base, suspected to have been carried out by a drone carrying improvised explosive devices, is not the first time that these new age machines have popped up on India's security map. The Indian Express reported that security establishments have tracked several instances of drones dropping weapons, drugs and explosives in the Indian territory bordering Pakistan in the past 2-3 years. On May 14, 2021, the BSF troops in the Samba sector recovered arms ammunition wrapped in yellow polythene from a field. These included an AK-47 assault rifle, a pistol, a magazine, 15 rounds for 9mm weapon, a wooden frame used to attach the payload to the drone. However, while this consignment was recovered from 250 meters from the international border, the IAF base targeted on Sunday was about 14 kilometers inside Indian territory. In the past, security forces have tracked drones dropping weapons as far as 12 kilometers inside the border. This is a new kind of terror attack on Indian soil. The BSF has been pushing the Ministry of Home Affairs to procure the latest technology to disable drones coming from cross-border. Amid multiple sightings of drones in and around Jammu city and days after an attack on the Indian Air Force station at airport, India apprised UN General Assembly that the possible use of weaponry by drones for terror activities calls for serious attention. Special Secretary, Internal Security, Ministry of Home Affairs in Government of India, V.S. Kaumudi said that the misuse of information and communication technologies such as internet and social media and misuse of emerging technologies for terrorist purposes have emerged as the most serious threats of terrorism. He also raised concern over drones being a low-cost option and easily available utilization of these aerial, subsurface platforms for sinister purposes by terrorist groups such as intelligence collection, weapon, explosive delivery, and targeted attacks have become an imminent danger and challenge for security agencies worldwide. India called on the world to remain united against tendencies of terrorism based on religion and political ideologies. In the context of modern sports extravaganza, football is considered to be one of the most popular games in the world. Thus, in the World Qualifying Match 2020, the most popular football player, Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal, scored 2 goals against French and created history of scoring the 109th goal, which has leveled him with Ali Dai of Iran in scoring total goals of 109 each other. He thus pulled off the defending European champion to keep alive in the knockout stage. On the other hand, With the gradual arrival of the Tokyo Olympic, the state governments in India have encouraged the Olympians representing their respective states by announcing cash reward in Olympic medalists. Thus, the Haryana government has announced Rs 6 crore for gold medal, 4 crore for silver and 2.5 crore for bronze. The Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal has made this announcement. Altogether, 30 Olympians are participating in this mega event of the world. Likewise, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has also announced cash reward of Rs 3 crore for gold, Rs 2 crore for silver and 1 crore for bronze. In the Northeast, encouraging the spirit of sports, the Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has also announced Rs 1.2 crore for gold, Rs 1 crore for silver, Rs 75 lakh for bronze and Rs 25 lakh each for the 5 participating Olympians of the state in the Tokyo Olympic. In a move to promote and uphold the dignity of Meitei traditional indoor game, Kang, a demonstration of such indoor game was organized on Sunday, June 27 last in the premises of Jolbasa Mandap at Dharmanagar, Tripura. In this game, Diwanpasa Kanghut team of Dharmanagar subdivision and Jolbasa Kanghut team of Panisagar subdivision participated. Our Imoinu TV Dharmanagar correspondent Ahibam Ravindra Kumar has reported that the Jolbasa team defeated the Diwanpasa team, scoring the points of 21-12. The Nongin NGO of Rangpur Silchar has celebrated its 4th Foundation Day on July 2, 2021 through Zoom conference. The Joint Secretary Laishram Satyajit hosted the conference. Lighting the lamp by its advisor Khaidem Birendra and unfurling the NGO flag by its chairman Mutum Gunadhan, the video calling conference started with keynote address given by the General Secretary Laishram Sarad, VP Sapam Babahan, Treasurer Pratibha Devi, Member N. Bir Mohan, etc. At the end, the members observed a 2-minute silence at the demise of its land donor, Shri N. Brajalal Singh. Before we wrap up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Defying SOPs in the mass vaccination centers of the locality continue unabated. Lakhipur MLA Kaushik Rai assures helping early solution of the Manipuri problems of Assam. Many children in Assam infected by COVID-19 in the second wave. Mobile insulated vaccination bus service launched at Imphal on June 30 last. Meitei Apunba Khungang Loop condoles the death of its president N. Brajalal Singh. MLA Kaushik Rai has visited Earl Higher Secondary School and assures development of the school. US leaves military-based Bagram of Afghanistan after 20 years of arms conflict with Russia. Local Kargil martyr Nandachan remembered on his 22nd Shahid Divas. APRO head constable Soibam Radeshwar of Hailakandi is no more in road accident. First drone attack on Indian territory. India apprised the UN General Assembly the possible use of weaponries by drones for terror activities. Tokyo Olympic and football hero Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal. And Meitei traditional indoor game Kang held at Dharmanagar on 27 last. That's the end of the news. Thank you for watching Imoinu Live. Stay safe and don't forget to wear your mask.